Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Samir Ali. I'm the executive director here at Edify Elite, which is a project of Edify Group of Companies. Here at Edify Elite, we deal with top tier universities throughout the world, and we do apply for scholarships as well. So if you are a high achieving student, this is the place to be for the right information. So I already made a video on this, but I was getting queries by students again and again just to simplify and explain the process of getting a 100% scholarship or a partial scholarship in top tier universities, specifically in the US. So this is going to be a short video, and I'm gonna talk very to the point towards how these scholarships work and how you can apply to these scholarships. So as a starting point, you can see that there are 2 to 3 different types of basic scholarships. There's merit-based scholarship, there is sports-based scholarships, and there are financial aid, which we also call need-based scholarships. So let's start with the first one. The first one is merit-based scholarship. So when we apply to the merit-based scholarships are based on your academics, your academic excellence. So the first step here being that you need to be academically excellent. Okay, so marks which you need, or academically, if you want to impress the university, you need marks somewhere around that are 90 to 95%, whether it be your O levels, A levels, IB, or your high school education. In Pakistan we have our national board, which has its own high school curriculum. So in that we need about 90 to 95 marks. If we talk about OA levels, then straight A stars, or even straight A's with 1 or 2 B's can give us the right opportunity over here. With that, you also need your SAT scores. So an SAT score of about 1475 to 1500 above puts you in a good position for a merit scholarship. And the third point being your AP courses, advanced placement courses. I know as a matter of fact that many schools and colleges in Pakistan do not offer AP courses, but you can still take AP courses privately, or there are some schools that do offer AP courses. So a 4 or a 5 in your AP subject also goes a long way towards your merit scholarships. So this is not a one-off thing, like you can do either or the other. Like if you have good scores but have a bad SAT, you will be able to get a merit scholarship. The more the merrier. If you have a good SAT score, if you have a good academic excellence record, if you have gotten like very good marks in your you can say local school examination, your mock exams or your inter-school exams, and then your final grade is also very good, then you have a good chance of getting a merit scholarships. Merit scholarships do not require you to fill out any separate application. They are automatically considered based on your academic and SAT scores and your AP score records. So most universities don't require a separate application for this. However, some colleges do often ask you to write a very small essay, which can be on any specific topic, to see your academic inclination. So this is merit-based scholarship. Now, why I talk about this, because like I'm going a bit off topic here, but universities in the US cost about, or good universities in the US cost about $40,000 to $50,000 per year. If we multiply this by 4, a 4-year degree, this will cost you somewhere around $300,000, and the $200,000 to $300,000 based on your living expense and everything else. And this can be very expensive. So if we just calculate the study aspect of this, this will cost you around rupees 6 crores in Pakistan. That is a very hefty amount, and unfortunately not a lot of families, not a lot of parents are able to afford such a high tuition fee. Even those who do afford, they want a specific kind of scholarship, because who doesn't like saving money? So this high cost makes it very difficult for you to attend a university in the US, and that is why we focus on scholarships. Now, merit-based scholarships are never 100%. They are partial scholarships. They can be 20%, 25%, 30% of your tuition fee. So getting a merit scholarship along with a financial aid is a good idea. With that, after I've told you about merit scholarship, let's now move towards the second type, that is the sports scholarship. Now the sports scholarships works very basically. It's very, you can say, basic in the sense that if you are inclined towards sports, if you have played sports on a state level, on a national level, or an international level where you've represented your country, that is the kind of things they consider. If you've played sports just inter school, then they won't consider it, because this category is very competitive. So if you have played sports that are on a state level, national level, or international level, that can go towards a university considering you for a sports scholarship. Now again, not every college or university in the US does give out sports scholarship, and you really have to go and check it out yourself to see which colleges are giving sports scholarship. For us, we have a list of colleges, and you can contact us and to find out which colleges or universities are giving out sports scholarship, and then you can apply towards those. One thing I need to clarify over here, that because merit scholarships, the university has a certain budget which they allocate towards merit scholarships. So the sooner you apply, the better the chances of you getting a scholarship. So the Common App really runs to from August till the early January. The sooner you apply, and I recommend this, that you apply in the November early decision intake, then early decision deadline, then you have a very good chance of getting a merit-based scholarship. Now let's move towards the next thing, which is the financial aid. When we talk about financial aid, both national and international students are eligible for financial aid. Financial aid is not based on your academics, on your sports, but is rather based on your family circumstances. So when we talk about family circumstances, we talk about how many assets your parents have, what is their income, how are their tax returns like, how many children are they supporting. So all of these factors go into your financial aid application. As I said, both national and international students are eligible for financial aid scholarships, but not every college in the US gives financial aid to international students. So again, you will have to check which colleges do offer that. For us, if you want a quick and easy hack to us, you can contact us and we can give you a list of colleges that give international students a financial aid. Now this is not a loan. This is an aid that is given to you by the university, and they do not want that money back, so you don't have to pay it back. It's just a financial aid towards your studies. Okay, so when we talk, as I said, merit scholarships do never account to 100% of your tuition fee. So you really need a combination of need-based and merit-based scholarships to get you to that 100% scholarship, or that 80-90% benchmark of scholarship that you want. When we talk about these scholarships, how you apply to these scholarships, then the first thing that comes up is the CSS profile. Now the CSS profile is a separate application. There are certain costs associated with the CSS profile. It's $25 for the first application and $16 for each subsequent application. Now one thing I'd like to make clear over here, there is a CSS profile application fee waiver, but do not fall into this trap. If you apply for a waiver, most college admission officers get the hint or get the idea that if you are not able to pay for this very small amount, which might come up to some $100 or $300, then how are you going to pay the thousands of dollars that are gonna go towards your university tuition, or you're living in the US, or your lifestyle in the US. So do not fall into this trap. This really puts you at a disadvantage. The same goes for your university application fees. As I've told you in the previous video, each college or university has a certain amount of application fee. This might be $50 or $75. Even for that, if you there is a waiver available for that as well. But if you apply for that waiver, the university application handler will instantly get the idea that if you are not able to pay these small fees, then how are you going to afford such a big amount of scholarship, or such a big amount of tuition fee that the university will demand from you later on. So it's always a good idea. It's money you're investing towards your future. So I always tell my students that they have to somehow muster up the courage, or get the funds available to themselves to apply and pay these small application fees or the CSS profile fee to have a better chance of getting into a university and getting that scholarship. Coming back to the topic, the CSS profile, I do get a lot of queries, and even on this video, if I get a lot of queries, I will make a detailed video on each step of the CSS profile. So the CSS profile basically takes a lot of time to fulfill its requirements, because they do ask a lot of information regarding your family income, your tax returns, your assets, how many cars do you have, how much do you spend on your lifestyle, what is your continuing income, where do you get that income from, how many children are your parents supporting. So each and everything about your family does come into the CSS profile, and I hope to make a detailed video on each step of the CSS profile. Apart from the CSS profile, some colleges don't accept the CSS profile. For those colleges, there is the ISFA form, that is the International Student Financial Aid application. This application is free, and for the colleges that don't accept the CSS profile, you can apply through the ISFA. It can be found on your student portal, or the university directly emails you a PDF, and this form is similar to the CSS profile in the sense that it asks for the same kind of things that are asked in the CSS profile. Now this should be, if you're applying for a top tier university, if you're looking for a scholarship, this should be your aim, that you need to get a merit scholarship and you need to get a financial aid in order to lower your burden of tuition fees and getting into these universities. Now when I talk about getting into these universities, the first step is always going to be that you get accepted in that university. All of these application or this financial aid applications or this ISFA forms comes next. The first thing you need to understand is that you need to have a realistic chance of getting accepted into the certain university. If you need any further information, we have a specific course designed to guide you through all of these aspects of how to get into top tier universities, how to get financial aid. If you need any help or you need any consultancy regarding this in your extracurriculars, in your essays, in your SATs, you can contact us through the WhatsApp number given in the video, and we'll help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll come back with the next video on your profile building, what comes into your profile, and I'll also discuss, as Common App season is going to start, I'll also discuss how to make college lists and what university to get you can realistically get into based on your SATs and your specific grades. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Happy learning.